Pauline. So a couple of stretches that you can do for your hip, hopefully will help. I've got blocks. I'm not sure if you've got anything like this or not, but if not, I've got lots of spares that I'm not using for classes at the moment. So if you don't have one, let me know and I'll get some dropped round for you. Yeah, they're just to stand on, but I'll show you. Okay, so we will start standing, then we're going to come down and the rest of it's done on the floor. I don't actually know if you can see me over here. It looks really dark. Let me turn the light on. Well, actually, if I turn that light on there, that might work. Hang on. There you go. All right, so if you start, we'll take the block to the side first of all. So we're going to start literally just lifting a leg up and holding it and reducing it down. So we're going to do 5 on each side. But when you do the lifting of the leg, try and make sure that the pelvis stays still so the hips are nice and square. So you want to stand tall over one leg. Make sure your feet are underneath the hips, hip distance apart. And then you're just going to lift one leg out, so left side for instance. And release it back down. And then again, lift it up. Place it back down. Lift it up. Really thinking about the hips being nice and square. So 2 more here. Back down. Last one. Take it back down. So same on the other side. So again, thinking about making sure that the hips aren't sort of hinging on one side. And then take that right leg out. Release back down. Right leg out. Release back down. Right leg out. And release. 2 more. And release. Last one. And release. Now the block, I think we only need it for this bit. But what we're going to do is stand on the block with one leg. And then we're going to lift the other one up. But again, making sure that the hips aren't moving, so the hips are nice and square. So you'll stand on the block and then push into the base of the foot. So all 4 corners of the foot pushed into the block and then lift. So not up higher, just lifting it up to the same height. Release down. And again, lift. And down. Lift. Down, 2 more here, lift, and down, last one, this side, and down. Okay, so then we'll move the block over to the other side. So you're going to stand there with the right foot on the block, and then the left leg's lifting. So again, making sure that the hips aren't tilting. When you're ready, lift it up. Take it down. 2, 3, ooh, and a wobble. 2 more, 4, last one, 5, and release down. Right, we're going to come down. I'm going to come at a slight angle here so that you can see sort of from the side and from the front. So we are going to lift at the out and then just do some circles. So as we're going to start small and then start to make them bigger, and then we're going to change the direction bigger and then come back to small. So you want to make sure that your wrists are underneath the shoulder width apart, feet is nice and widespread. The knees then are underneath the hips, front of the feet are flat on the floor. So you're going to lift the left knee up And then just perform circles backwards. So small at first. Allow them then to become a little bit bigger. Not too big, work within whatever is good for you. Now you're going to change the direction with the bigger ones. So the weight's nice and evenly distributed on the hands, back to the little tiny circles. And release down. Same then on the other side. So you're going to lift the right leg, start with the little circles back. Make them a little bit bigger. Change that direction. Back to your smaller ones. Release the knee back down. Now you're going to push the hips back so that the tailbone comes onto the heels or towards the heels. Stretch the hands forwards. Rest the forehead then on the floor or the mat, or you can ball the hands into a fist and rest the forehead on the hands, just keeping that tailbone back. Then when you're ready, come up. So now we're going to bring the foot between our hands. So you just bring it up and then between the hands and then come up. So you're just in a low lunge. Front of the foot on the back is on the mat or on the floor. Place the hands on the knee and just rest in lunge. You can, if you want to, take the hands inside that front foot, but it all depends on how you feel. So you can remain up or down. So here you're opening through the front of the back hip as well as getting into the front hips. It's a really good one. Now we're going to swap over. So take the hands on the floor, bring the knee back, and then again on the other side. So you're going to bring the foot up between the palms of the hands, coming up. My hip just cracked. Okay, again, if you want to, then you can bring the hands inside the front foot. So you might want to heel toe the foot out to give space for you to come inside it. And then you're going to come up. And we're going to come to sit. So however is comfortable for you. Bring yourself round to a seated position. So we are going to start with our feet on the floor. Hands either side. Then we're going to bring the hands out. And if you can, come onto the tiptoes. So just hold it there. Now I want you to bring the hands to the side of the tailbone. Lean back slightly, lift the toes a little bit. Release back down. Arms come up, so nice and tall on those tiptoes. Hands come back, lift the toes. And again, drop the toes, arms come up, so nice and tall. Take the hands back, lift the toes. Two more here, so come forwards, lift through the chest. Hands come back, lift the toes. Drop the toes, lift the chest. Hands come back, lift. And then drop the feet down. So we're going to then lay on our backs. And then you're going to place the left foot on the right knee. And then you're going to lift the head just for a moment to bring your left hand through between the legs. The right hand goes around the edge. Then you can interlace the hands underneath that right thigh. Relax the head and the neck back down again. Now you're going to flex the left foot and push the left knee away, and then squeeze the right thigh towards the body. Okay, relax the hands, relax the foot back down to the floor. Swap over for the other side. So the left foot's going to be sole of the foot flat, right foot crosses over. So flexing to the right foot, push that right knee away. Momentarily lift up just to get the hand through the middle, left hand around the edge, so you come in behind the thigh again. Head and the neck come back down to the mat. So push that right knee away, squeeze the left side in. Then relax both feet down. If you have a strap, if not, I've got lots, so I can bring them round. We are going to bring the strap to the ball of the foot, and then back to the arms are going to rest on the mat. And then you're just going to use the thumb and the forefinger on the strap to hold onto the strap. Engage the muscles of the legs, and then imagine you're pushing the ceiling away with the foot, so really push. So it's not about getting it all the way back, it's about engaging through the leg and push the ceiling away. You can use the thumb and forefinger to draw the foot back a little bit more, but I really want to focus on the quad being engaged, the calf muscle being drawn forwards towards the shin, and then push the ceiling away. Okay, when you're ready, relax and release. That one's good and can be held for a while, on and off if you want to. I'm going to swap the feet over, so the left foot will come down, right foot goes into the strap. Same principle on here. Engage the quad, draw the calf muscle forwards towards the shin, push the foot towards the ceiling. Okay, relax and release. So again, that one can be held for a little while. Then you can rest in butterfly pose, but it's not for everybody because it's quite open on the hips. But what you'll do is you'll bring the soles of the feet together and then bring the feet to the floor so that the knees then rest out to the side. Now you can put blocks or cushions, I don't know where my block's gone, but underneath each knee, so that you can rest and they're protected, so they're not putting pressure on the hip joints, but you've got them something to rest on. So a nice cushion underneath each knee. Arms can come up above the head or lay down by the side, and you can just rest there. It's a very nice restful one. But yeah, I would definitely recommend cushions or something underneath the knees just to support there, but you're still getting the openness then through the hips. So I hope that helps. I think there's another one you can do with the block actually. Just seen it on my notes. You can bring the block between your knees and then lift into a bridge. So you're just lifting the tailbone and the lower back off the floor. And you can lift up as high as you want to go, but just be mindful of your back. And squeeze the block. And then lower back down. So you push into the soles of the feet, lift, so you're drawing the muscle of the lower belly up behind the navel, so really draw it up, push into those feet, lift the tailbone and the lower back, possibly the middle back if you want to, squeeze that brick, block, whatever it is we're using, and lower. So do that another 2 times, lift it up, squeeze, and lower. One more, lift it up and squeeze and lower. Yeah, and then you can rest in your butterfly. I probably should have done that one first. But hopefully they help. Let me know if they don't and I can look at something else for you. That's good timing because I'm just hearing mum being shouted. Love you lots.